All right, guys. Ready to roll. APBA Baseball, 1987. Wilson, Tuffle, and Hernandez are my Mets in this game. So I got to correct that. Wilson, and we're going to have a blast in this game. I can guarantee it's going to go by fast, but fun. Fast and fun. That is the slogan for APBA Basic. All right, I think that's it. Ready to roll. Now in APBA, you got to use the shaker. That's going to be a 14. That's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman. Who's that? Moreland over to first in time. One up, one down. Next is Tuffle, a 23, and that's strike three. So who's that? Moyer. Jamie Moyer's on the mound for the. He's a DY. Moyer's a DY. He's on the mound for the Cubs. And it's Keith Hernandez. 33, that's going to be extra base hit, and that is going to be a deep drive to right field. Back goes Dawson to the track, to the wall. Out of here. Oh, wrong spot. Damn it. Let's get some crowd sound in the background. Otherwise, it's dead. Who's up next? It's 1-0 Mets already with 2 outs in the first inning, and it's going to be Darryl Strawberry. That's going to be line base hit to center field, played on a hop by the center fielder Martinez. So it's a single for Strawberry. He's on at first, 26, and that's a fly ball right field. Over is Dawson, makes the catch. 1 run, 2 hits, 1-0 Mets. Martinez, Sandberg, Durham. Cleanup is Andre, the MVP Hawk. Dawson. Mumphrey is batting 5th in left field. Batting 6th is a third baseman, Moreland. Batting 7th is the shortstop, Quinones, who made 3 errors in yesterday's game. Jody Davis, the catcher, and Jamie Moyer, who was still pitching when my son was a little boy, which is mind-boggling. All right, in 2008, 2009, Jamie Moyer was still pitching, so it's like, wow. All right, here goes Dave Martinez, 25. And Leach, let's see what Leach is looking like. Leach is, he's a CZ pitcher. That's line base hit. Runner on at first. Sandberg is next, strikes out. 1 up. Next up is Durham. 1 out, 1 on. And a 23 is going to be strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Leach. And a 35 is a 35 is a 9, and a 9 is a ground ball to the third baseman, Johnson, over to first. In time, gets Dawson by a step. Dawson can fly. Maybe not the great base stealing speed, but he is Philip Reynolds is in the house. Well, I don't know, Philip. You can root for whoever you want. You can root for both. It's all good. Gary Carter leading us off in the top of the second. It was no runs, 1 hit. Mets are up 1-0, 43. And that's a comebacker to Moyer, feels his position. I'm sorry. Moyer, who feels his position. Next is Johnson. And that swings and misses. 2 outs, and Santana, 45, ball 4. Moyer walks Santana. Leach, fly ball right field. No runs, no hits. APBA, you can play an APBA inning in like 10 seconds. I'd like to time myself. And that's going to be line base hit to center for Jerry Mumphrey. Moreland is next, a 64, and that's a strikeout. Quinones with a 42, back-to-back Ks. That's 4 Ks so far for Leach. And J.D. Davis with a 25, and Leach is a C. That's going to be a ground ball, third base. Johnson throws him out, and that retires the side. I started doing all these fancy things with my scorecards now. Mookie Wilson leading it off. And that's going to be a strikeout. Tuffle, 26, back-to-back Ks. And Hernandez, 25, and that's line base hit. Center field, played on hop by Mumphrey. No, excuse me, by Martinez. And now it's the power-hitting Darryl Strawberry, the straw man. Darryl. And it's a 61. That's a 40. And a 40 is going to be a ground ball to the first baseman. Durham takes it himself and now retires the side. No runs, 1 hit. Bottom of the third. Moyer leading us off. 22. Line drive, base hit. Pitcher's on with a single. Martinez, 26, and that's a strikeout. That is number 5 for Leach. Sundberg with a 29. A 29 with a runner on first. I don't remember what that is. So you got to do a lot of chart lookups here. It's a comebacker. And turning around as Leach goes to second to Santana. Throw to first, not in time. Sandberg hustling down the line. The 1-6 fielder's choice. And it's Durham. That's a 22. That's going to be a 0. That's going to take us to the second column. That's a deep drive for Durham. Back goes the right fielder Strawberry to the track, to the wall. It's out of here. 2-1. Two to one Cubbies. And that was the first baseman who drove him in. Dawson, the Hawk, grounds to third base. Johnson up with it. And that retires the side. But the Cubs pick up 2 runs on 2 hits. And they lead it 2-1, going to the top of the fourth. McReynolds against Jamie Moyer. And a 24 is a fly to left. Mumphrey's there. Carter's next. A fly to right. Over is Dawson. Settles under it. Squeezes it. And a 61 is a 22. And I don't know what that is. A 22, what kind of number is that? And that is it's a ground ball to the first baseman who's going to flip to the pitcher covering. This is one of the few games that actually does a 3-1. I don't think any other game does a 3-1. That's one thing that nobody remembers to do. The 3-1 put out. And it's about 25% of the time that the ball goes to third base, you get a 3-1 put out. All right, bottom of the fourth. Mumphrey. 36, and that's ball 4. So Mumphrey walks. Moreland. And that may be, no, that's going to be ball 2. Moreland again, 34, fly ball. Line to center, but right there is Wilson. Quinones with a 34, again, popped up. Center fielder makes the catch, and now it's Davis. J.D. Davis, that's going to be snake eyes. And a 36 is going to be a double. This is going to get Mumphrey home. I believe Mumphrey is a fast. Nope, but with 2 outs, he's going to score him. So that's a double. And they're waving Mumphrey home, and the throw is cut off. So the catcher, 2-out double for Jody Davis. Moyer, the pitcher, 33. That's line base hit. And Davis, may be thrown out at home on this with 2 outs. Let's see. Single, and runner scores. And that's the pitcher. Top of the order. 4-1. Cubs, and that's a fly to left. Right there's McReynolds and makes the catch. Santana. Ground ball, second base. Sandberg Nice throw to first. Fly to right for the pitcher Leach, and it's a fly ball center field. That was like a 6-second top of the fifth for the Mets. And that was 2 runs on 2 hits in the bottom of the fourth. 4-1 Cubs. That's how fast you can play an inning. I think you can play an inning in like 6 minutes in this game. But you got to be careful. You got to make sure you're really paying attention. This is extra base hit. It's going to be pulled down the line into left field corner. After it is McReynolds around second, going to try for third. Here's a throw to third, and he's in there under the tag. A leadoff double for Sandberg. Durham, 23, and that's blows one by. Durham went out, and here is the big boy, Andre Dawson, fly ball right field. Let's see if this could be a potential. Oh, he's fast, so this may be with a runner at second and a fast. This is going to be a tag up, and over to third goes Sandberg. Now it's Mumphrey. Bats from he's a switch hitter. So far he's 1 for 1 today with a walk and a single. 2 outs, bottom of the fifth, and a 61 is a 40 with a runner at third base. Don't know what that's going to be. Let's take a quick peek, and that's going to be a pop-up. Middle of the infield, shortstop Santana calling for it, makes the catch. No runs, 1 hit, and we go to top of the sixth. Tuffle leading us off. Moyer, who's pitched 5 score. Oh, no, he has not. He needs to go 1 more scoreless inning to get a bump. And that's line base hit, left field. Played on a hop by Mumphrey. Hernandez. Oh, that's going to be extra bases. 46, that's going to be a double. And it's going to split the outfielders. Tuffle's going to hold up on that. Second and third now. And it's Darryl Strawberry, the straw man, with nobody out and 2 men on. The Mets are down 4-1. Here's the pitch to Strawberry. 36, ball 4. Bases are loaded. So Moyer's feeling the pressure with McReynolds. Infield's back, looking for the double play. McReynolds, 63, 31. That may be a sacrifice fly. Not totally sure. And nope, it's going to be too shallow for that. And in comes Martinez, makes the catch. 1 away. Gary the Kid Carter, bases loaded, 13, and that is ball 4. That's going to force in a run. So it's an RBI. That's the catcher, drives that one in. Everybody moves up 1. And it's Howard Johnson. He's got some power. There's some action in the Cubs bullpen. Oh, and that is going to be a 21, and that's a fly ball left field with bases loaded. This may be a tag up. Let's see what happens here. Fly ball left field. The left fielder is Mumphrey, who I believe is a 2. No, he's a 1. Mumphrey's a 1. So let's see. Fly ball, shallow left. No chance for Hernandez to score. And there's 2 outs now, and it's going to be Santana. Here's the pitch from Moyer, 51, and that's going to be line base hit. That may score 2 and tie the ball game. So a bases loaded 9 against Moyer, who's a deep pitcher, single. Oh, runners advance 2 bases with 2 outs. And in comes Hernandez, and followed by Strawberry. The game is tied. Shortstop. So it's going to be 2 RBIs, single, 2 RBIs, and Carter is going to go to third. And now it's Leach. The Mets have scored 3 runs. The game is tied now at 4 apiece. So Leach is going to stay in there. And he's going to bat, flies out left field. Mumphrey's there, retires the side. but the Mets pick up 3 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits. Big hit, 2-out single by Santana. All right. Moreland's leading us off in the bottom of the 6th, 44. That's line, base hit single. Moreland's on at first. He's slow. Quinones, ground ball, second base. This may be 2. Tuffle flips to the shortstop Santana. Relay to first. 4-6-3, double play. And J.D. Davis. We're going to roll on the randomizer. 33, and that says, say, ground ball, second base. And bobbled by the second baseman. Tuffle, better hurry. And, oh, he is safe at first. Flashing on the scoreboard is an E2. I'm sorry, E4. And that's the first out of the ball game. Put that up there. Jamie Moyer's going to come up here in the bottom of the 6th. Man, I'd like to squeeze one more inning out of him. That would be like a miracle. It is a tie game, so we're going to let Moyer bat with 2 outs, 26, and he strikes out. So big pitch by Leach. And we go to the top of the 7th. I try to really push the starters of that extra inning to make my life much easier and get the game to kind of flow a little bit better. But I mean, I'm respectful of, you know, the era and the strategy. I just do try to push it for one little extra out or 2 outs, sometimes that extra inning. So it's Moyer against Wilson, and that's going to be line base hit. So Wilson is on base, and that's going to force us to go to Tuffle is a righty, and then we got a lefty. We got 2 lefties. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring DePino, a lefty. DePino's coming in, and he's a good pitcher. DePino, and DePino's a Y, a BY. So he's an A. Oh, no, actually he's a B because Tuffle's a righty in this situation. All right, here goes. Tim Tuffle. You know what? With Tuffle, we're going to try a hit and run. Here goes. Oh, 35, and that is a 9. And against a B pitcher on a hit and a run and a 9, we may have lost a hit there. I'm not a big hit and run guy. Hey, oh, I got some action here. Some guy saying hello. I hope I don't lose. Let's see, Alan, let's go Mets. Amish is in the house. We're having a blast here. APBA Basic 101, Cold War Baseball Lost in Space. Tim Tuffle. I try to use a hit and run, so I'm looking at the booklet here. I hope I don't lose my my stream. If I do, you know, so be it. Life is short. So 9, single through short. If it's a B or C pitcher's result 28, so it's going to be a ground ball up the middle, and going after it is the shortstop. Quinones gets there, spins, and fires the first in time. So this pushes Wilson to second base, but he was moving that way to cover the bag when he saw Wilson on the move, and Hernandez now. And a 33, that's going to be extra bases for Hernandez as pulled down the line into the right field corner. And coming around third to score easily is Wilson. The Mets are up 5-4. Say an RBI double by Keith Hernandez. One of my favorite announcers. I read his book recently. Darryl Strawberry, 32, and that's granted weakly to the second baseman, Sandberg, who charges it over to first in time. That's going to send Hernandez to third. And now it's McReynolds. And a 41, and that is popped up. Shortstop. Quinones right there makes the catch, but the Mets pick up that big one. They go ahead here in the top of the 7th. 1 run on 2 hits, and they lead it 5-4. Dave Martinez leading us off. Leach is still in the ballgame for the Mets. And that's a fly ball right field. Strawberry over in right center field. Calls for it, makes the catch. Sandberg, 56, and that is popped up. Shortstop Santana squeezes it. And here is a ground ball up the middle and through for Durham. 2-out single for Durham. The Hawk. Oh, boy. That is ball 2. I don't want to face the Hawk again, but unfortunately I have to. And a 64 is strike 3. So Leach comes up huge here in the bottom of the seventh and strikes out the MVP for 1987, the 50 home run guy with a 1 at 11, a 1 at 66, a 5 at 22 and 33. Holy smokes! Andre the Hawk Dawson is blown away by a Leach slider in the bottom of the seventh. No runs, 1 hit. Top of the eighth. Carter, Johnson, and Santana. You know what? We're going to bring in a righty. We're going to bring in a righty. And who's it going to be? It's going to be Ed Lynch. Ed Lynch is in there. He's a DY. All right, here goes Carter. The kid Carter, 52. Ground ball, third base. Moreland up with it. Fires the first. High throw. Nice stretch by the first baseman, Durham. 1 up, 1 down. Johnson, 16, and he chops it to short. Waiting back now, charging in is Quinones. Fires the first and gets Johnson by half a step. And it's a fly ball to right by Santana. Swung at the first pitch. And that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the eighth. Leach is still in there. Mumphrey, 53, and that's a 17. We may have to roll on the randomizer. Yep, we're rolling on the randomizer. A 63 is a 16, and a 16 with nobody on. And a 2 in center field is going to be a line drive base hit, drops in front of Wilson. Mookie Wilson did not get a good jump on that ball. So Mumphrey's in there, is in it on at first with the tying run. Moreland is next. He's got good power. And that's going to be it. That's going to be it for our boy Leach. He's gone 7 innings, 7 big innings. He's kind of held his own there. So we're proud of him. And who are we going to bring in? Who are we going to bring? Sisk, Myers, McDowell. Orozco pitched yesterday. We're not going to be able to use him in his pitched yesterday. So we're going to bring in McDowell here in the 8th inning. And he's a righty facing a righty, so he's going to be a B in this situation. We're going to have to pull a double switch. And we're going to pull Carter again and bring in Lyons. And then the pitcher is going to go here. So Lyons is going to bat to start off the 9th inning. That's a quick double switch is the way I kind of do it. Kind of get a pattern and kind of follow that pattern. Okay, so Moreland with a runner at first base, the tying run in Mumphrey. Here goes the pitch from McDowell. McDowell's going to be a B against his first batter, excuse me. That's a strikeout. McDowell blows a fastball by Moreland. Quinones now, and Quinones is not going to hit and run or anything like that. He's going to swing away, 64, strike 3, back-to-back Ks for McDowell. He is pumped. And now it's going to be J.D. Davis, the catcher, with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Mumphrey takes his lead off second. McDowell checks the sign, sets and deals, and a 13, and that is, let's see, McDowell. Where is McDowell? He's a Z. A CZ. So that's ball 2, high. Doesn't like the call. All right, here's the pitch to Davis, 26, and that's strike 3. So Roger McDowell comes in and strikes out the side. 1, 2, 3. And we go to the top of the 9th. They're up by score 5-4. No runs, no hits here in the bottom of the 8th. Lyons is leading us off. 44, and that's going to be, who's in there for the Lynch? That's line base hit for Lynch. Off Lynch. So Lyons is on at first. He's a catcher, but he's not slow, which is unusual. We're going to try to bunt with Wilson, 62, and that's going to be a strikeout. That's strike two. A 61 will square away a 40 now. A 40 is going to be on a bunt with a runner on first. The strike. Oh wait, let's see. Runner on first. There's like 6 pages for a bunt. Full pages in this book. Foul strike, but then he bunts with a 40, and a 40 is going to be out at first, runner to second. Successful sacrifice. Little ground ball. A little chopper to the first baseman. So over to it's going to be a sacrifice for Wilson, 3-4, and Tuffle is up. Tim Tuffle. Going to bring in a new pitcher, and it's going to be Smith, Lee Smith. XYZ, BXYZ. Let's see, where do we put him? Smith, BXY, which means he's got a lot of power pitcher, and Tuffle. 51, and that is going to be some sort of an out with a runner in second. He's an A. For this batter, he's an A. That's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman, and he dives in the hole. He gets up, one plays. That's the first, and he makes it there. So going to third is Lions, and it's Keith Hernandez. Oh boy, that's going to be cocked again, and a 34 fly ball, shallow center. Racing in is the center fielder, Martinez, and he gets there to retire the side. The Mets failed to collect that insurance run. No runs on one hit. Go to bottom of the ninth. Roger McDowell is going to be in there. He's a C pitcher. He's going to face the top of the order, Martinez, Sandberg, and Durham. Score is 5-4 here. This game has taken us 30 minutes. Let's see. Alan's Amish. Spanomatic is in the house. Turbo is around as well. I'm having a lot of wild stuff going on with my my computer. I don't know why it's shaking up. I don't know how it's looking on your side, but I really don't care. Martinez. You know, Martinez is from New York, New York. Yes, it's Manhattan, I imagine. That's what that means. Dave Martinez. The cool thing about APBA is you get this little information on the batters. You get their height, their weight, and so on. David DeLeon, Dave Martinez. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, second base. Charging it is Tuffle. And he gets there. One away. Sandberg is next. That's going to be a line drive, base hit. Ryan Sandberg on at first, and he's fast. Leon Durham. Fly ball. Popped up right side. Strawberry. 2 away. We're 1 out away from winning this game by a score of 5-4. Mets came back. They were down 4-1, excuse me. It was a big 6th inning. The big hit was by Gary Carter. Oh, no, that was a walk. It was a big hit was by Rafael Santana. A bases loaded 2-out single that tied the game at 4 apiece. And then in the 7th, it was a single by Wilson, a ground ball, and then a double by Hernandez that drove in the go-ahead run. It's 5-4. There's 2 outs. Runner is on first base. The Hawk Dawson. So McDowell still has to deal with the Hawk. 1987 MVP. What can he do? Here goes the Hawk. And that's popped up. Catcher Lyons throws his mask away and makes the catch, and the ball game is over. The Mets win it. No runs, 1 hit. Final score, Mets 5, Cubs 4. This is where we have fun. There was a 33-minute game with commentary, which is a little bit. So Leach, did a great job. He went 7 innings, gave up, and this is how I've been doing it lately because I got a lot of time on my hands, kind of getting green for all the hits. Another hit here, another hit here. That's 3 hits. 4 hits, 5 hits, 6 hits, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 hits. And there was 1 hit allowed. Oh, wait. 1 hit allowed by McDowell. Roger McDowell is going to pick up the save. And Leach picks up the win. The Mets are a game and a half against ahead of the Cardinals. So that's going to be 11. 11 11 hits for the Cubs. Let's see how many hits the Mets had. Mets had 1 there. Another one there, another one there. 1, 2, 3. So that's 5, 6, and 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 hits for the Mets. So the Mets had 5 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. Cubs had 4 runs, 11 hits, no errors. That's APBA Basic. That's the fastest, easiest game that you can play. Once you learn pretty much the basic handful of numbers, every card is the same, but it allows you to play a very quick game. You know, the difference, I think the biggest difference is where the guys were born, their height and their weight in terms of these cards, because every card is pretty much the same. I'm not going to lie to you. This is one of my favorite games. This is my first love, my first kiss. The first time I got to first base was with this game. Then I got to second base with this game. Then I got to third base with this game. Then I got a home run with this game. Okay? So I love APBA Basic. It was 10 runs by Leach, 1 run by McDowell. And the strikeouts, the way I do the strikeouts is I go red now. I'm going to change. I'm going to do a little change up today on my ground outs. That I was doing them brown, but it looks like a lot like red. And I don't want to make one thing look like another thing. Here, there's a couple of strikeouts there for Leach. Look at that. A couple more for Leach. He had 4 strikeouts right there. 5 strikeouts. 6 strikeouts. 7 strikeouts. He was throwing some heat early on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strikeouts for Leach. Holy smokes. And then McDowell came in and he struck out the side. 3 strikeouts there. Leach gave up 4 runs, 4 earned runs. None there. And the walks, I'm doing the walks in yellow. A walk there. Just 1 walk, and that was that's going to go against Leach's record. No walks for McDowell, who pitched a heck of a game. And that's about it. I'm going to input this into Stratomatic because Replay PC doesn't have the 1987 season for me to replay it on. Once they do get it, I will buy it. Buy whatever they come up with. So that's it, my friends. 5-4 final score. Mets win another one. They're a game and a half against up on St. Louis on the St. Louis Cardinals in the 87 pennant race. Now, in this season in 87, the Mets ended up in second place behind by 3 games. That's why I decided to do 87, because I felt this was within reach and a couple of game difference. You know, a couple of game. Where the Cardinals lose it and a couple of games that the Mets win it would have made the big difference. And maybe we can get the Mets to get to the World Series. That would be a blast. So that's it. So Leach gets the win. McDowell gets the loss. Who is up here? And it's also Moyer is going to get the loss as well. He pitched to that first. He allowed that first base runner in the 7th. So Moyer is going to get the loss. And we'll take care of that later. Final score, Mets 5, Cubs 4, Mets 5 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. The Cubs 4 runs, 11 hits, no errors. And nope, I do not see any errors there. And I do see a walk, so they did allow a walk. That was a RBI walk for Carter, walk number 2. And that's it, my friends. So this is CP Cards and Dice saying thanks for checking us out. I will see you guys later.